Kyiv and its surrounding region were pummeled by Russian missiles and drones early on Friday in what officials say was the latest in an increasing number of daytime attacks. One person was killed in the strikes, according to regional governor Mykola Kalashnik. Ukrainian energy giant Ukrenergo says the barrage prompted emergency power outages in several regions. The country's foreign minister Andriy Sybiha accused the Kremlin of firing almost 500 projectiles in what he says were targeted strikes aimed at civilians. He denounced the attacks, which come on the heels of a Ukrainian ceasefire proposal to allow the people to celebrate the Easter holidays in peace. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says he informed U.S. negotiators of his truce proposal, but Moscow denied receiving such request. Kyiv said the repeated attacks represent Russia's true intentions and accused Moscow of not being genuinely interested in peace. At least 22 people were injured after a train derailed in the Russian region of Ulyanovsk on Friday. 7 carriages went off the rails from the train, which was traveling from the city of Chelyabinsk around 900 kilometers east of Moscow. Officials say 2 people sustained fractures in the accident, while 20 others only suffered from minor injuries, mainly bruises. The train was carrying 412 passengers at the time of the incident. Moscow says an investigative committee was sent to the scene of the crash for inspections and to verify whether the train had followed all safety protocols and regulations.
The scandal over illegal subsidies linked to Greece's payment and control agency is shaking the government. 3 ministers have resigned after the European Public Prosecutor's Office sent its findings to Parliament, prompting an immediate cabinet reshuffle by the Prime Minister.
Υπουργείο Αγροτικής Ανάπτυξης και Τροφίμων, Υπουργός Μαργαρίτης Χινάς, Υφυπουργός Μακάριος Λαζαρίδης, Υφυπουργός Γιάννης Ανδριανός, Υπουργείο Κλιματικής Κρίσης και Πολιτικής Προστασίας, Υπουργός Ευάγγελος Τουρνάς, Υφυπουργός Κώστας Κατσαφάδος.
Kyriakos Mitsotakis chose Margaritis Chinas as Minister of Rural Development, believing that with his years of experience at the European Commission, where he also served as Vice President, he will be able to modernize the ministry. The European Public Prosecutor's Office has asked for the immunity of 11 MPs to be lifted, with the request set to be discussed next Tuesday.
The new mayor of Paris pledged on Friday to stop sexual violence in schools and preschools, saying authorities in the French capital had suspended more than 30 school monitors suspected of sexual abuse since January.
Depuis le début de l'année 2026, ce sont 78 agents qui ont été suspendus, dont 31 pour suspicion de violences sexuelles. Ces chiffres doivent nous amener à une remise en cause profonde, totale. Il faut tout revoir depuis le début avec un objectif, la tolérance zéro.
The mayor on Friday promised to spend 20 million euros on his action plan. School monitors recruited and trained by the city help look after children outside the classroom, including in the evening before their parents can pick them up. Claims of sexual abuse in schools were a central issue in the campaign, leading up to last month's Paris mayoral election.
French President Emmanuel Macron inaugurated the Centre Pompidou Hanwha Seoul in Seoul on the final day of his visit of Japan and South Korea. The center is set to open in June, when France and South Korea will celebrate the 140th anniversary of their diplomatic relations. The Centre Pompidou Hanwha will present each year 2 major exhibitions based on the Centre Pompidou collection and devoted to artists and movements of the 20th century. The museum will also present a series of contemporary art exhibitions which will highlight Korean artists. In addition, 2 new centers will be inaugurated in the coming month in Massy, a city close to Paris, and in Brussels. Its historic Paris building is under renovation until 2030.